everyone. Thank you for being here. My intention for this reading is to look at the Aries new moon. I pulled the collective cards and I'm going to do a collective reading on those cards. And then I'm going to go through each individual sign. I want you to look at your chart and you can look at your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. You may even want to look at your north or south nodes, probably your north node, and also Chiron. There's lots of reasons for that, but I'm not going to get into it. So Chiron, when you look at your chart, it kind of looks like a K with like a little loop at the bottom of that. That's where our wounding is. And of course, our north node is about what our 100 years, our purpose is about. So you'll want to see what your signs are in that. But I'm just generally just saying, like for Pisces, and I'm opening it up for Spirit to speak to all of us in whichever way we need to receive it. I set that intention. I say my prayers before I start my readings and create a real sacred space here. So starting off with the collective, for the moon cards, I asked for the, what is the energy right now in the Aries new moon, which is on the 24th, okay? We know that new moons are a time of planting seeds, of setting your intentions for what it is that you want to create. Aries is the beginning, the baby, if you will, of the astrological zodiac. And so this is really, we are in a time of like the beginning, right? Beginnings of the beginnings. And generally when we're at a beginning, we're just going through like kind of a major ending. So it was interesting for me to see what cards came out. This came out in I think the last reading I had one of these cards. Your commitment is being tested. What do we want to create? What are we saying is important to us? I'll read out of the book specifically, but then also interestingly, what came out was a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Aries is a fire sign. It is the, did I say this, baby, if you will, of the zodiac. Aries are extremely driven in many ways. They're very warrior-like in many ways, and they can be very self-centered in many ways. And none of that, what I just said, is either good nor bad. It's situational, okay? So I'm going to read out of this book, and then we're going to go through the cards and see what we need to do with this energy, okay? You know, everything exists on a continuum, an energetic continuum. And so we have to resist looking at anything and labeling it or judging it as good or bad. It's very dependent on the situation at hand. So where someone may be a warrior, I have a lot of really good friends, and my North Node is in Aries. I need to be and have been working on being more Aryan, which is why I think people are in my life to show me how to be that way, but they're, you know, fighters, and they, you know, do a lot. And of course, everyone is a mix of everything. So let's just talk about the Aries energy. They're the people that you want in your corner when shit is going down. For sure. They rush in, they're helpful, you know, they're going to take care of things. And on the other hand, they can maybe be in that position maybe a little too often, or feel that sense of like the norm array, I guess. But anyway, I'm going on, sorry. So the first card, your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. There could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? You know, I really feel like whatever we individually or as a collective believe is happening, we can get into that cycle of creating it, right? So if you think there's lack and you go out there and you start hoarding, well, you're creating lack. Maybe you rushed out and got a bunch of hand sanitizer or hand soap, but guess what? Now another whole section of your community doesn't have that, and oh, hello. How are we supposed to be hygienic in that way? So the thing that you're afraid of, you're creating. If you believe that there's enough to go around, that we can all work through this together, while it may be disappointing to see and observe what is happening to the collective, I think your internal space, for the most part, will be okay, and what you need will show up when you need it. Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you, so believe in yourself. Collective, we need to believe in ourselves. I'm committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. Additional meanings for this card. The answer to your question is yes, but not yet. You're halfway to your goal. You still need to put in a bit more effort. Sometimes you need to realize how much we want something. You need to recommit to something or someone. In the lunar cycle, the first quarter moon comes between the new moon and the full moon. It's a time when the sun and moon are at a hard astrological angle to each other, and this can prompt a small crisis. No matter when you pull this card, you need to see any dramas as a stepping stone to where you want to be. It can also be a time when you need to stay strong through a storm. Where do we want to be? As individuals, as citizens of our communities, and as global citizens, where do we want to be? What's happening here? I really feel like we're being asked to reevaluate sort of the culmination of one thing with the beginning of another. So it says the first quarter moon comes between the new moon and the full moon. New moons are beginnings, full moons are culminations, and we have to show some respect for each position, each phase, I'm sorry, that in an ending, there are things that we need to let go of. And other things that we need to be very grateful for and say, hey, like I'm taking this into the next phase. And in the new moon, as well, hopefully we've cleared enough out that is not working for us that we bring into this new clean slate. And okay, so now I want to do this with what was working before. Fiery climax approaches is full moon in Aries. It's time to see if you've been a little too much me, me, me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants. Oh my God. Like, seriously. Can't make this up. But you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created the situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. I'm having an internal wrestling match, like, probably should just let this reading stand for itself. But as I've been saying for a while now and have been receiving messages, if you will, this really is a global issue. It's an earth issue. It's a humanity in a symbiotic relationship with earth, and humanity in I think in a position where we can really start to understand the power of our own connection, not through religion, but the power of our own connection to each other, because we are all connected spiritually back to divine, whatever you call that. It's not about religion. It's not about dogma. And stop. Be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Additional meanings for this card. So, how about stop hoarding? How about when, and I need to say this to myself, when you think about the hoarders, or you start to feel upset or disappointed or powerless with that part of us that's being expressed through greed and fear and panic, that we resist judging each other. I mean, you can see it's hard for me, right? My dark side's coming up too. And really instead send out prayers, send out healing thoughts, peaceful thoughts, that we can all come together and recognize the opportunity we're being given right now. And that is to really work as one. I think to learn to work as one powerful energy through each of our own gifts, through each of our own understanding, but that we can allow each other to be who we are, as well as to embrace that who that person is potentially helping me to level up, rise up, deal with the other pieces, darker pieces of myself. And we can all work together. And then I'm going on and on. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Being assertive is good. Just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby. Sorry, but this could be the issue. It says it in the book. You need to have more fun. The teaching, the full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's excitement about what might lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. I think there's stuff that's probably still going to come out, and we're going to have to deal with it, and we're going to have to recognize that if we don't come together, if we don't demand more from ourselves and from our leaders and from each other in terms of working together, being transparent, working in community, valuing community over an imbalanced sense of the self, then there could be more problems than necessary. Okay, so the situation card that came out is the Two of Pentacles. I'm just noticing that I have 3 twos out here on the table. Two of Pentacles. So you can see in the background, the waves are pretty high, right? And he is really within the infinity symbol is kind of juggling, trying to keep both concrete material things balanced. And if we look at sort of what the moon was talking about, I do think this is about balancing, between potentially individual concerns and global concerns, balancing between, you versus me. Balancing between being concerned and aware and realistic and being hopeful and optimistic and maybe balancing between being a human being in this physical form and in our physical, our current ability of our current capability of awareness, with more of our spiritual self and our higher consciousness and our ability to rise above and be more open to what is happening at a higher level potentially. Okay, so why do I say that? The clarifying card was the World. The World card is the final card in the major arcana. There is a completion. When this came out, I was like, what? The World. I do feel like this is a global issue. At the same time, what we've known before, anything that we've known in our reality before is potentially ending, and we're going to level up. And that's hard. That's hard for anyone. At any time we've ever had to go through a change and one thing passes away as we move into the next, it's not easy. But she's just like, she's in it, man. She's doing her dance. She's going with the flow. She's accepting. And there may be a point where in hindsight, we will be able to do that dance, but right now we might not. Right now we're kind of just trying to juggle it. Juggle the competing energies. So that's the situation collectively. What to do, I ask. Okay. I always ask the same three basic things. What's the situation? What is the possible action step? And what is the possible outcome? Okay. And I always say possible because things can change and it really does depend on what we choose to do. We have free will. There's a blueprint, but we have free will in what we're going to do. What tools, what materials, what labor are we going to use to build that house from that blueprint that we've been given? Wheel of Fortune. Are we going to accept and allow the wheel to turn? We kind of have to. Allow and accept that this is not, it's a crisis right now as we're trying to figure out how to cope with this virus and how to take care of each other. But this has to change. I don't know what exactly. I know what I think on a personal level. Like I said before, I think this does have to do with the way that we are imbalanced in our use of our resources. Etc., etc. I think this is coming back to community, to remembering that, you know, way back when we all depended on each other for survival. So, okay. And again, this is a 10. 10 is a completion as well as beginning. 1, 0, 1. And the card I asked for clarification, why is the Wheel of Fortune here, was 3 of Cups. For me, this card is, there's a you, there's a me, and then there's a we. Huh. I'm not going to get into everything I'm seeing here, but there, I mean, you can see that, you know, the beauty of the landscape behind them. They're very much in harmony with the flow of the water. It's coming out of their cups, you know, it's flowing over. They're in harmony with Earth, with Mother Earth, with the water, the waterfalls. It's lush. It's very lush. And I think that this might be saying that, you know, when we're in communion, working together, there really truly is this third entity that's separate from the you and the me. There's a we. And that entity is even stronger. That entity is more full. That entity is not the same as being codependent, but it's working together and becoming stronger. And then that we, I don't even know how to articulate this any better than what I just attempted. So we're stronger together. But you and your strengths have to come together with me and my strengths. And then we pool them, and then we create this other whole thing. Okay? Okay. So that's what to do. What's the possible outcome? We've got Aquarius. Saturn is moving into, or has already moved into, Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of a community, essentially. It's a global it's an energy that cares about like the all, like the global, the maybe cares more about humanity and can get a little cold in individual relationship. But this card, the star card, is a card of being just at one and at peace and healing, being one underneath the star of the cosmos. Like, we're all one. There is no lack. The water runs freely. You know, she's naked. She or he, the androgynous, I don't know. You know, even the pitcher of water is just pouring out here because there is no lack. Everything is okay. And I think, like I showed in another reading, The Star card comes after the Tower, which is what we're going through. So this is the card 17. Here's 16. It's the end of the world as we know it. The King, the Tower, the people that are up in the tower and their ivory towers, it's coming down. Yeah. But there is healing right after that. It's like there has to be a cleansing, not a wiping out, a restructuring maybe, if you will. And I asked why, or what is the star about? And we've got the High Priestess. It's number 2 in the Major Arcana. The High Priestess is the keeper of those truths that lie behind the veil. We all have access to that. And I've been feeling this for a long time. Before I even started doing like public readings or anything, I just, as I've said before, previous video, I've not really outed myself about this, but I have received a lot of messages about this is coming. That in community, in order to heal, we're going to have to really begin to utilize not only our intuition, I feel, but the power and the capability of creating reality through, visualization and meditating and praying and believing for sure, as the moon cards came out. Got the Alpha and the Omega sign. A balance of the yin and the yang. Up at her third eye chakra. It's all is one. It's all of everything that we're going through and have gone through and will go through is all connected. And again, there's no need to judge ourselves or each other as our very human parts, pieces, understanding, can feel afraid, can feel angry, can feel sad, can feel confusion. It's not easy. We're going through a major shift, or let's say an opportunity. Are we going to take it? The bottom of the deck of the Rider-Waite, again, I see 7 always as possibility, potential. What are we going to choose to do? Deceive each other, deceive ourselves, accept deception, or require truth and transparency. Again, the 2 of Swords at the bottom of the deck of the Cosmic Tarot. Two of Swords. Again, 2 cards of mental energy. What do we want to see? Are we going to choose acceptance, intuition, a higher knowing, or are we going to choose denial? Continue to keep things status quo. We need to go within. Again, this is the third two, okay? And the bottom of the Moonology deck, Oracle deck, is you're very close to achieving your goal. Very close. I think we just have to figure out what our goal is. Okay, so let's see. It is 36:30. And I'm going to move into just the personal zodiac signs now. Oh, shoot. I'm going to ask for Aries. What does Aries need to discourage or focus less on, let go of? What does Aries need to, oh gosh, I'm sorry. Aries need to discourage, let go of, resist in order to move through this time. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, Aries. And what does Aries need to focus on and encourage at this time? What does Aries need to focus on and encourage during this time? Spirit, what does Aries need to focus on and encourage? So as you hear your signs, combine that with the collective, okay? Each and every one of us, our charts are important for how we navigate our purpose and our life, and you know what our strengths are, what our weaknesses are, where we need to be aware. Nothing needs to be labeled good or bad. It could be labeled positive, negative, the light, the shadow, strengths, weaknesses. But I think as anybody who's gone through therapy knows, many times our greatest weaknesses at one point become our greatest strengths and the thing that we use to help others. So put that. Okay, what do we need? Aries. Aries people need to encourage. Okay, so we've got trickery in what to discourage. Okay, and we need, and don't just hold on. I'm going to read there. And then for what do we need to encourage and strengthen? We've got perception, forgiveness, and self-worth. trickery. It's cute. They're cute little cards. Isn't there? Just leave it at that. All right. Just for time's sake, I'm gonna just read brief pieces of this. Kelly the Green Dragon. Notice here that there may be manipulation because of a fear of being rejected. There is no evil intent, only a deep desire to be loved. This card may also indicate that you should practice asking for your true heart's desire rather than fearing someone else's resentment. Okay, Aries. And for perception, we have Emerald offers the regal ability to see things differently and the chance of embracing transformation. There is an ability to attract wealth here if you can have an open heart. Encouraging forgiveness as well. Okay, so let's read what that says. Forgiveness. Amethyst protects us from toxic situations. This card indicates healing and allowing yourself to return to the natural state of peace once again. Remember, we never forgive others. We only forgive ourselves for loving others who betrayed us. This is a time of personal evolution and also self-worth. Powerful. Powerful right here. Self-worth. Personal inquiry. How do I relate to the word deserving? Am I ready to allow myself to receive what others may not? Salmon is a color of deep emotional peace. You have been given a gift of self-love. This card indicates a love of life and no longer trying to prove your value to others who may not see what you see. Rely on your own inner knowing. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, Taurus. Clear the deck. Taurus is going to be 42, 35. Taurus. What does Taurus need to discourage, let go of, turn away from, become aware of? Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Chiron, North Node. Does Taurus need to become aware of, let go of, discourage, release, let go? Too many. I'll take a few, but I can't take a 1/5 of the deck. I can't do that. Taurus. Okay, I'm hearing put the deck down and take the top card. All right, then I'm going to do that. Confusion. All right, this is a neutral card. Interesting to see in terms of the chakras. It's neutral. Let go of confusion. Okay, how about what to encourage? What to encourage? Focus on. All right, again. Ooh, mysticism. Interesting, Taurus. Okay. Interesting. So off the top of my head, I'm going to say one is to let go of just really sort of the mental spiraling up in your head, creating confusion, and opt for listening to your intuitive self. But let's read. Confusion. Through the willingness to be in confusion, we find clarity. There is nothing to solve. Meditation and quiet time will bring clarity. Yeah. Confusion. Let me see. Confusion. When you are in the unknown, it may be little comfort to know that you are safe. Understand that your angels have brought you to this point. You may need more information at this time. Remain still and allow inspiration in. It will come. Which, again, I think it's not about a mental working out. It's about connecting with your higher self, God, spirit, and intuition, which is about this card, I think. So mysticism. This is a time of trusting in the unknown. You already sense the answer, even if it is not apparent. Do not ask others what they see, for you alone can see into the heart of the matter. Trust your intuitive powers to guide you. Indeed. Mysticism. Personal inquiry. Am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. Inspiration. It is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, I don't think I've ever heard them say put it down and take the top deck. I've heard cut the deck, shuffle again. Oh, I need to shuffle. Okay, sorry. So that was Taurus. Now let's move into Gemini. I think Spirit knows that I don't want to sit here, nor do you, waiting for the cards always to come out. And I did hurt my shoulder because I can get real tense sometimes, and I have to be aware of my body. But okay, so Gemini. Okay, Gemini. What does Gemini need to let go of and focus on? Discourage. Discourage at this time within themselves. Gemini. Focus less. Let go of. Discourage. Gemini. Okay. Cut the deck and then take the top card. Okay. Forgiveness. Aw, that's so sweet. Gemini. What does Gemini need to encourage, focus on, embrace during this time? Gemini. Ooh. Gemini. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. They're always interesting. No, I say that. Okay. Discourage, let go of. All right. Forgiveness. Who do we need to forgive, Gemini? Yourself? Someone else? That looks very much like an internal forgiveness, but let's take a look here. Forgiveness, forgiveness. Amethyst protects us from toxic situation. This card indicates healing and allowing yourself to return to the natural state of peace once again. Remember, we never forgive others. We only forgive ourselves for loving others who betrayed us. This is a time of personal evolution. Did I already read this card? Yeah, I guess I did. Somewhere. Huh. And let's just read a little bit more about that. Personal inquiry. This may be a time of family healing. Can I forgive myself for loving people who hurt me? Inspiration. Rhonda's true essence lies in not harboring resentment. She transcends forgiveness because her focus is on her intention, not on her pain. You know, what's coming to my mind right now is there, but for the grace of God go I. When we're forgiving, we're not saying it's okay necessarily what you did or what I did, but that at that point in time, I have to let go that it could have been any other way. And I don't know what your journey is about. And I don't know why this was in my journey. There, but for the grace of God go I. Maybe once upon a time, like I have done this as well. I don't know, but that's just what came to me. And quest. What to focus on for Gemini. It's like a little child coming up to an elder. I don't know. Quest. You may be on a quest that is unnecessary. Allow yourself the space for self-discovery, personal inquiry. It is time to take a risk. Where in my life do I need to walk my talk? Quest, Gemini. Navy combines the blue of communication with the darkness of the unknown, allowing us to discover the truth. There is bravery here and an ability to face the truth head on. Interesting. So maybe there is a truth here that needs to be expressed and forgiven. Stop finger pointing. Cancer. Cancer. One more time. Cancer. What does Cancer need to discourage, let go of, heal? Cancer, discourage, let go of, heal, resist, discourage, Cancer. Completion. And impartiality. Ooh, coronavirus is taking a toll on my nails. My nail spa day. Ugh. All right, and what to focus on for Cancer? During this time. What to focus on, encourage, strengthen, work towards for Cancer. Okay, tell me to slow down. Oh. Cancer. Insecurity. Okay. Completion and impartiality. Completion for Cancer. This is what to let go of, to discourage, to heal. Here is a warm and cheerful energy that brings calm to an ending, making it poignant, not sad. Something is taking place outside of your comfort zone, so step into the emotional grace of completion. There is no drama here, only resolution. Read a little bit more about that. You know, what do you see here in this image? Inspiration. This is a reminder to cherish all the beauty in your life, including endings. Reflect upon your part in history and discover what you value most. Do not fear completion, embrace it. Am I present in the moment? How do I respond to the idea of completion? And impartiality. Very neutral, right? Impartiality. This is not a time to personally shine, but to allow others to come forth with their gifts. You may find yourself in the role of neutral advisor. Hold the space for others to find their own answers. Advice may not be well received. Be unbiased now. Take an impartial look at your situation. The action here is to listen and observe. If I step back from my present situation, what do I see? Can I be neutral? So again, if you are struggling with letting go, don't beat yourself up about that. Just step back and take a look at that and be aware of, you know, where this difficulty, change, endings, letting go, the difficulty and acceptance of that might be coming from. And what to focus on, strengthen, encourage. This says insecurity, but let's see. So it's red, that's root chakra energy. That's your, it's, you know, that's kind of like safety, right? Energy turned within can lead to fear and stagnation. Courage is necessary if you are to be fearless and move forward. This is a message to grow up inside into a greater energy and to invoke courage from the angels to progress. When we're afraid, that's okay. It's part of being human. Courage is what it takes to grow, to face those fears, and to level up, right? Miraculous changes lie ahead. Life always takes a turn for the better when we face our demons. Stay on course. Trust that an ally will appear. The gift of adversity is never given without the ability to overcome it. Personal inquiry. Do I listen to my fear? How can I tap into my courage? Amen. Okay. Now we are going to move into Leo. Deck for Leo. Leo, what do we need to discourage, let go of, or heal during this time? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Chiron, North Node. What do we need to discourage, let go of, heal? Self-worth. And what do Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or Chiron need to encourage, strengthen, Ooh, that's interesting. Self-worth versus rejection. Huh. Wow. Okay. Wow. Take a second to be with that for a second. Self-worth. Okay. Salmon is the color of deep emotional peace. You have been given a gift of self-love. This card indicates a love of life and no longer trying to prove your value to others who may not see what you see. Rely on your inner knowing. Leo, we do not have to prove our worth. Some more, let's see, inspiration, events, and material objects beyond your frame of reference are being drawn to you. Aim higher, for you will draw even greater experiences into your life. Allow your energy to grow. Receiving is an action. How do I relate to the word deserving? Am I ready to allow myself to receive what others may not? Whoa. It's an interesting energy given, you know, what the collective energy is. And what to focus on and strengthen. We've got rejection. You no longer need to prove yourself. Wow. I mean, this is crazy. All right. You no longer need to prove yourself. This is about understanding who you are and what you have created. Ivory allows others into your life. Choose wisely. I love how these go together. You don't have to be on the inside track. I mean, this is a creator, right? An artist. Bringing something completely new and different into being. That's what artists do. That's what creatives do. You don't have to be on the inside track. Be true to yourself and you will not be unhappy. Rejection is spirit's protection. Hello. Personal inquiry. Am I working with or against my environment? What is the purpose of my present solitude? Interesting, Leo. Ooh, okay. And I'm just... This is a blue jay feather that fell out at some point during this reading. And the blue jay is the speaker, right? Talks a lot. Maybe time for you to really speak up, speak your truth, challenge the existing truths, you know, allow your voice to get out there and shine. Stick that back in there. Virgo. We're going to clear the deck for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising. Venus, Chiron, North Node. Okay, one more. Okay. What does Virgo need to discourage, let go of, or heal? Does Virgo need to discourage, let go of, or heal during this time? Does Virgo need to let go, discourage, or heal? Ooh, isolation. Okay. What does Virgo need to encourage, strengthen, or bring into being? What does Virgo need to encourage, strengthen, focus on, bring into being? Okay. Whew. Let go of isolation. Let's see. Isolation. Discourage isolation. A childlike playfulness is hidden under Sapphire's serious, elegant exterior. This card denotes wealth and an ability to doing anything well. Trust and loyalty are indicated. Sapphire also has a great capacity for healing. So I think it's time to kind of come out from hiding. From hiding beneath a seriousness. While I was shuffling, and I debated whether to say anything, but a word that I used to use a lot was coming up, and I haven't heard myself use that word in a long time, and it was wonderment. I just kept hearing wonderment, 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 wonderment. So maybe it's time to be in a space of wonderment and playfulness and creativity. And let's see, impatience. Oops. Your desire to create may overpower the necessity of aligning with divine timing. The time to shine will come. Move with the energy and not in front of it. Being present has its own reward. Yeah. Okay. Now is not the time to make a rushed decision. You have made your needs known. Now leave it alone. You may block something wonderful from coming to you if you are hasty. Personal inquiry. Am I jumping the gun? If I'm honest with myself, am I forcing something? Okay. Okay. Libra. I'm going to move into Libra. Take a drink. Libra. Libra. Whoop, Libra energy during this time. Oh, man, did you hear that crack? What does Libra need to discourage, let go of, or heal during this time? Libra, Libra, Libra. Let go, discourage, or heal during this time. Again, when you have time, please make sure that you're watching the collective piece of this reading so that you can combine the messages and apply them as they pertain to your personal message. Growth, discovery, and isolation. Okay. And what does Libra need to encourage, focus on, bring into being completion. Okay. So, what to discourage? Let's start with growth. Sorry. This card implies personal commitment, and following one's heart is about honoring your growth and the growth of others. There is a sense of courage and abundance and ability to stand tall. This is a time to uphold what your heart knows is true. I really think this is about having boundaries. This is about being able to love yourself and your truth as well as others. But let me get an additional. Grass says break away. It may be time for a change of scenery, visit a foreign country, embark on a new enterprise, or learn a new skill. Most importantly, grow. Personal inquiry, what have I outgrown? Am I willing to become independent? There you go. Discovery. Red. In the past, you may not have been fully prepared to face facts. Being willing to take the journey, regardless of the outcome, will prove rewarding. Get ready to carry a commitment through to completion. Okay, so we need to be willing to face facts. Go on a journey, maybe for your personal growth. Let's read a little bit more about that. Are you trying to recapture a past that no longer fits? If you are presently upset or struggling with a difficult situation, you may be seeking to keep something that is far less than what you deserve. Personal inquiry, am I happy in this situation? How is it benefiting me? The healing of predetermined agreements must be addressed. Awareness is healing. So really being honest with yourself, and potentially, another. And isolation. Okay, these are the things to discourage, heal, let go of. A childlike playfulness is hidden under Sapphire's serious, elegant exterior. This card denotes wealth and an ability to do anything well. Trust and loyalty are indicated. Sapphire also has a great capacity for healing. So maybe a little bit more playfulness as you move through this growth time, and a time for being, a little bit more self-reflective and oops, what did I do? Isolation. Do not wait for the right time to live your life. You are on the verge of something big, but if you don't participate, it could pass you by. Personal inquiry. Sapphire does not know the difference between isolation and solitude. Do I? Oh, and completion. Sorry, what to focus on. Completion. Here is a warm and cheerful energy that brings calm to an ending, making it poignant, not sad. Something is taking place outside your comfort zone, so step into the emotional grace of completion. There is no drama here, only resolution. This is a reminder to cherish all the beauty in your life, including endings. Reflect upon your part in history and discover what you value most. Do not fear completion, embrace it. Personal inquiry, am I present in the moment? How do I respond to the idea of completion? Okay, Libra. All right, now, Scorpio. Clear the deck for Scorpio. Clear the deck for Scorpio. Clear the deck for Scorpio. Just got a desire to need this Palo Santo. Sure, the energy is clear. Okay. Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to discourage, let go of, heal? Oh, that's too many. Oh, all right. Well, there you go. Creation. Did another one? Okay. Interesting for Scorpio. Like that. Ha! Wow. Okay. So when I was shuffling, starting to shuffle for you, I really felt like, oddly, I needed to light this Palo Santo. And here's a very shaman-esque card, right? Okay. And what does Scorpio Master Transformer, the Phoenix Rising? What does Scorpio need to focus on, strengthen, bring into being during this time? Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Service and abundance. Lovely. Okay. Well, that didn't stay lit for very long. Creation. Letting go of old ideas and allowing new growth are primary now. The mission you have been on may be complete. A new dawn is coming, and it is time to open yourself to divine inspiration. The message here is let go. You no longer need to be the warrior. Letting go of old ideas and allowing new growth are primary. Okay. Your path is an artistic one. Express your love in a tangible art form. It is time to make decisions. Personal inquiry. Am I waiting for someone's permission to create my life? What do I need to see in order to claim my own gifts? And then what to focus on and encourage and bring into being. We have service. Look how these are coming together. The energy here is one of manifesting through being of service. This card indicates a steadfast ability to stay the course emotionally and create something sustainable and lasting. It can also bring to light not seeing or valuing what you have. Are you seeing your life as it really is? Though we may wish things to be different, often we create just what we need. This is an opportunity to look at where you are today. Give up what you think you deserve and start being of service. Personal inquiry. How does the idea of service inspire me? How can I make the most of my present situation? What can I give? As well as abundance. Okay. Abundance. Gold represents the power of the mind to choose. One choice may be wise, the other foolish. Choosing well may involve temporary sacrifice in order to gain your desires. Remember that you can always make a new choice. Really seems to be resonating with the reading, the collective reading here. Abundance. Think about your relationship with money. Are you the wise girl or the foolhardy man? Money is naturally attracted toward appreciation and gratitude. Be wary of using your financial situation as an excuse to avoid doing something. Are your thoughts and actions around money empowering or disempowering you? Okay. Now we're going to clear the deck for Sagittarius. Scorpio is something like really weighing you down. The back of my neck really started hurting as soon as I started shuffling for Sagittarius and went away. That was weird. Okay. Sagittarius, what do you need to discourage, let go of, or heal during this time? Discourage, let go of, or heal for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Chiron, or North Node. Lay them down, pick one up. Okay, you got discovery. Sagittarius. What do you need to encourage, focus on, bring into being? Sagittarius. You need to encourage, focus on, and bring into being. Enlightenment. Oh, nice. Wow, I love it. Okay, discovery. Let go of. In the past, you may not have been fully prepared to face facts. Being willing to take the journey regardless of the outcome will prove rewarding. Get ready to carry a commitment through to completion. Are you trying to recapture a past that no longer fits? If you are presently upset or struggling with a difficult situation, you may be seeking to keep something that is far less than what you deserve. Am I happy in this situation? How is it benefiting me? The healing of predetermined agreements must be addressed. Awareness is healing. And to bring into focus is enlightenment. What to encourage. The opportunity to make an enlightened decision is inherent in Topaz. A journey of true destiny is the vibrational energy here. Regal gold and earthy brown mix to create something spectacular. Your experience will guide others. At this time, your journey is more important than your destination. Remember, if you face your fear, you will grow stronger. Relief waits. My thoughts always drive my choices. How can I use my thoughts to heal myself? Exactly. Again, getting back to the reading for the collective. please do take time to look at that or listen to it when you have time. Clearing and cleansing for this deck so that we can now read for Capricorn. One more? Okay, one more. Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn. We need to discourage, let go of, or heal through this time. Aries new moon. What do we need to discourage for Capricorn? Heal or let go of? Capricorn. Okay. I'm saying keep shuffling. Discourage, let go of, heal during this time. Capricorn. I can put it down now. Okay. Faith. And what to encourage, focus on, and manifest. Encourage, focus on, and manifest. Cut the deck. Okay. Top card. Okay. Impartiality. Okay. Well, this is kind of interesting. I love this card. Just the vision of it. It reminds me of this whole collective reading, honestly. See Mother Gaia, I believe, Spirit, and, you know, the healing Holy Spirit here. Higher, wiser self, amethyst. Okay, faith. Alrighty, faith. Why would it be in this position? Let's see. We are all wounded. Some wounds are recognized easily while others are not. Forge ahead and do not allow your pain to hold you back. You are meant to inspire others, and if you do not carry on, they will suffer. It is time to deliver your message. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. This energy is all over the place and has been for a while, and I think that's what's going on collectively and potentially individually. Okay, we're going through a rough time. Feeling wounded, maybe not knowing where the wounds lie. You cannot afford to allow any of your fears or wounding to hold you back, okay? And let's see. What frightens you is something much smaller than you know. If you are experiencing pain, holding on tighter will only worsen the situation. Your greatness awaits. I have a tremendous amount of personal magnetism. Am I willing to allow myself to shine? Yes. Faith in yourself, dear Capricorn. What to focus on, impartiality. Impartiality. This is not a time to personally shine, but to allow others to come forth with their gifts. You may find yourself in the role of neutral advisor. Hold the space for others to find their own answers. Advice may not be well received. Be unbiased now. That's interesting because it seems to contradict what this said, right? But like I said, I feel like we're all balancing complementary sort of energies, the individual versus the collective, the physical versus the spiritual. The people versus the leaders, you know, all of that, okay? So I think that's okay for you to be in balance with those notions. Do not impart what is necessarily true and right for you onto others, although you may be a guide or a leader by your own behavior, which is the best way to lead and inspire, right? Take an impartial look at your situation. The action here is to listen and observe. If I step back from my present situation, what do I see? Can I be neutral? I'd like to say a lot more on that, but we'll just move on. Okay, and now we're going to move into Aquarius. Saturn, like I said earlier, is moving into Aquarius, Aquarian energy, more for the collective, right? Okay, one more for Aquarius. Oh, there you go. Mysticism. And what to encourage. Focus on and bring into being. Part of mysticism was for what to discourage, let go of, or heal. And so that'd be an interesting card to look at for mysticism. But what to encourage, focus on, and bring into being. I just heard, lay down, Sally. Okay, I'm laying it down. All right. And we got gossip here, okay? So mysticism. Interesting reading for Aquarius. This is a time of trusting in the unknown. You already sense the answer, even if it is not apparent. Do not ask others what they see, for you alone can see into the heart of the matter. Trust your intuitive powers to guide you. So let go of asking others, you know, what they think or what you need to focus on yourself, your own intuition and inner guidance. It is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. Personal inquiry. Am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. And then we've got gossip, right? Like, that's an interesting card for what to focus on. Let's look at that. This card represents the truly open heart and no personal agenda other than love, but it could also indicate the opposite, rebellion and denying your true gifts. An ability to follow your heart can appear to others as careless or strange, yet in truth, everyone wishes they had the loving openness of this woman's name is Chartreuse. And so the gossip might be that, you know, you're doing your own thing while everyone else is doing their thing, and your intuition is telling you, no, I've got to go in this other direction. And that's so classic for Aquarians. And the energy that we're moving into, it's going to be very different. At some point. Let's see what else this says for. Suggests that appreciating differences is key. This card is warning that you may lose a valued friendship if you do a valued relationship if you do not appreciate what you have. Charmaine is the name of this character, okay? Is about prejudice and misunderstanding. What am I resisting? That's personal inquiry. What am I resisting? Bring this into your awareness. Appreciate differences. Appreciate your own difference. Appreciate differences in others. Not everybody has to think like you, and most likely, if you're an Aquarius or have a strong Aquarius in your chart, you're designed to be innovative and different and unique and quirky. Okay. That's how musings are created. And then we're going to move into Pisces. Dear Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. One more for Pisces. Nope, they said one more for Pisces. Okay. One more. What does Pisces need to discourage, let go of, or heal? What does Pisces need to discourage, let go of, or heal during this time? Pisces, what does Pisces need to discourage, let go of, or heal? Here we got growth. And what does Pisces need to encourage, focus on, and manifest or create? Bring into being. Pisces. Pisces. Okay, put it down. Forgiveness. Okay. Interesting how a lot of the same cards came out, and there are plenty of others, right? So we have what to let go of, discourage. This card implies personal commitment and following one's heart is about honoring your growth and the growth of others. There's a sense of courage and abundance and an ability to stand tall. This is the time to uphold what your heart knows is true. Personal commitment and following one's heart. Okay, let's see what else is here. Grass says break away. It may be time for a change of scenery, visit a foreign country, embark on a new enterprise, or learn a new skill. Most importantly, grow. Personal inquiry, what have I outgrown? Am I willing to become independent? So these roots kind of are pulled up, right? If you're feeling stagnant or that it's time to move along or grow in some way, this is the card that says, yeah. To express yourself in the fullest way. And then what to focus on. Forgiveness. Amethyst protects us from toxic situations. This card indicates healing and allowing yourself to return to the natural state of peace once again. Remember, we never forgive others. We only forgive ourselves for loving others who betrayed us. This is a time of personal evolution. Rhonda's true essence lies in not harboring resentment. She transcends forgiveness because her focus is on her intention, not on her pain. This may be a time of family healing. Can I forgive myself for loving people who hurt me? Interesting. Okay. Thank you again, everybody. I really appreciate your support. I would love it if you could give me a thumbs up or a comment or a share, or hit that little subscribe. And that just helps, in any way for me to feel encouraged and continue to offer these readings. I enjoy it very much. It's a passion. It helps me to stay connected and in my truth of who I am. And I appreciate you taking the time to be here and give me any kind of feedback that feels right for you. All right. Thank you so much. And honey, be you. You matter. As we all know, again, we're struggling through this collective thing. And it's so beautiful to watch so many of us come together and help each other, whether it's just in staying home. That's not easy. It's very hard for me. But, offering little tokens to your favorite small businesses, whether you go into a restaurant and, give some money to your favorite server, or continue to order takeout, or order online from your favorite shops. Send let's say you have housekeeper or a nanny or someone that normally is employed by you, and because of our requirements to stay at a distance and take care of each other in that way, maybe you can offer them something even if you can't afford everything that you paid them before. I mean, we're all kind of in this boat together, so let's help each other out in the best ways that we can. Even just sending a text or a little note to someone, letting them know that you're thinking of them and praying for them. Okay, take care. Thank you.